F?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think a B+.
A B+.
The stuff in Ukraine, if Trump was there, it wouldn't be happening right now. I guarantee you.
Do you and you disagree with that?
Trump does not play. He does not play games, and everyone in the country knows that.
He's been in office for a little bit over a year now, and I want to know, what letter grade would you give him on the job he's done so far? What do you guys think? Letter grade.
Maybe like a C.
I was gonna say like a B or a C, somewhere there.
What letter grade would you give him on his presidency so far?
Triple F. Triple F.
A letter grade.
C.
I'd give him a D.
D.
Because he's still alive.
Okay, so
I'm horrified. D-. F if he gets us in something in Eastern Europe, if he gets us involved in that conflict. I'm all for logistical support. I don't want any boots on the ground. I don't want any of our young boys coming back in caskets and maimed for life.
F?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think a B+.
A B+. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got a pretty serious difference. Why the F?
He's not like consistent. Like he's always seems like he's like airheaded.
The question I have is, are we playing the fence with the C? Or are there things that we like and we dislike? And if so, what do you like?
There's not too many pros.
It sounded like you disagree with her on the C.
Yeah, you disagree.
I'm gonna drag her into this.
A D- maybe.
That's awful.
Ouch. Well, what's good? I don't know.
So we don't know what's good, but we're gonna go with the C. See, I think you're playing the fence with the C.
I am.
I think you were trying not to maybe offend me or something.
No, I'm trying not to offend our president.
B+ is a pretty good grade. How do you think he's doing on, let's say, COVID?
I think he's doing great. I wear a mask all the time. I don't understand what the big deal is about wearing a mask. I've had cancer. I have underlying issues. So to me, this is not a problem.
He said he was gonna put an end to the pandemic.
So did Trump. Trump said all this stuff.
Well, it was a campaign promise. How do you think he's done on that campaign promise there?
But no president is ever going to do everything that they say that they're going to do. That's just politics.
When it comes down to the presidency, I believe that Trump should have been in position for a second term, and if not, then DeSantis for the next one, and if not him, then somebody that's more conservative, because when it comes to democratic and liberal values, I feel like we're weakening our country and we're weakening our stance in terms of foreign policy and everything else. So
I don't know. It's just been like, especially with everything going on now, the whole Ukraine thing. Yeah. I feel like it's been like, it's pretty bad, but like I feel like they're trying to get ahead of it a little bit, it seems.
Foreign policy, let's separate that. What would you grade him on? I mean, we had Afghanistan, we have Ukraine. What would you guys grade him on?
Well, if we're like talking about Middle East, I wouldn't say it's too good. I mean, I wouldn't say either one was too good, honestly. It's like a 3, maybe.
Foreign policy, grade that separately. What do you think?
C-.
A C?
Yeah, C- going on towards a D.
What do you dislike the most about his presidency so far?
Boy, where do I start? Let's start becoming oil independent again, right?
So maybe his pause on new fracking on leased land, canceling the Keystone Pipeline. You don't think that was a good thing at all?
No, stupid thing. I mean, we still haven't cut off the oil from Ukraine, or I shouldn't say Ukraine, from Russia yet, even though they're doing stuff we don't like.
I think he has brought a lot of the people together. It's not as divided as it was before, I think, with Trump being so aggressive and everything.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Do you disagree? Do you agree with that, or
No, I don't. I think he's awful. He's raising gas prices. The stuff in Ukraine, if Trump was there, it wouldn't be happening right now. I guarantee you.
Do you and you disagree with that?
Trump does not play. He does not play games, and everyone in the country knows that.
You guys together?
Yeah, we're married. We've been married.
Oh my gosh, you guys are married. Okay, well, all right. I like how this shows me that you guys are certainly both open-minded.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm looking out here right now at container ships going all the way past the Huntington Beach Pier. So we got supply chain problems. We've got skyrocketing inflation. We've been embarrassed on the world stage with our pullout from Afghanistan. Come on, the man's not with it. Let's just be honest. I'm trying to be polite here.
What's your favorite thing that he's done so far? Because you said you did say a C or a B, right? So I want to be fair with you. It's not like you're like cheerleading, but you did say C or B.
I guess B is like a little bit pushing it on, but like because when you say favorite thing, it's kind of, I don't know if there is a favorite thing, to be honest. Like, so far it's kind of been.
You kind of just is like a C.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like B might be pushing it a little bit. So
what is it that you don't like? Because B+ means you like most of what's going on. border, economy, COVID.
I think he could be a little more aggressive. Where Trump was too aggressive, he's not as aggressive. So I think that too bad we couldn't make one of them because they both have good points and bad points. So that's
Trump's
why
just not sensitive, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him. He's not sensitive like the generation nowadays. You can't say nothing without someone crying.
Me personally, I'm sure you could guess. Me personally, I'd probably give him a D minus if I'm just being transparent with you. But you mentioned how he's brought more unity. I mean, people that have on the other side of the aisle that have opposed, their Voting Rights Act, which is pretty much just federalizing our elections. He referred to them as racists. Is that a unifying message? What do you think?
No, but like I said, Trump said so many things too to the people. I mean, when he was being asked questions by the reporters, how many times did he get into it with them, being very argumentative?
Well, do you think the reporters were more aggressive with Trump than they were with Biden? What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, just yesterday we saw somebody yelling at Biden.
Over 90% of the media is left-leaning, though.
Is left what?
Over 90% of the media is left-wing. So wouldn't they inherently be a little bit easier on Biden, would you say?
I don't think so personally. I think that they do kind of favor him because I think he's an older man, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's so cute. And, they do. I mean, even my nieces are like, oh, don't be mean to him and don't say things.
Shouldn't the leader of the country be like this big, strong,
And
that's where he's going?
Yes.
Maybe, and from your perspective, you're just saying not too strong.
Exactly.
We've spoken with someone today that gave Biden an A. What's going on there? Just interpret that for me. What's going on there?
Just a little mental. Can't help it. I mean, that's his decision.
For sure.
I have mine. He has his.
I don't know much about it.
Okay.
That's why I hate to answer.
Well, that's
but
fine.
I will tell you this. When he's talking, I have an uncertain feeling about him. When I'm watching him, I have an uneasy feeling about what he's saying. I don't get that,
I think he's done a damn good job. And if you want a number, I'd give him a 10.
A 10? That's an A+.
No. I'll give him an 8 because I think he screwed up Afghanistan pulling out of that.
What do you think?
I'm a high school teacher. I think he should get a B+, which is a good, solid grade.
I think people need to give him more credit because he's a lot more firm and aggressive than people give him credit for.
That's why I said from the beginning, Trump was too much, he's not enough, so I wish we could have gotten. He likes more of the aggressive, let's do this, do that.
I felt safer with him in there. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to mess with us. He didn't take no crap.
Yeah.
And that's how we got to be.
What letter grade would you give him on his performance so far?
Elf. C+.
C+. Okay, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah. I'll say B.
F.
An F?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad grade.
Yeah. I'm not really a Trump fan, but I think he was doing a much better job than Biden is.
We'll start with you. Why the F?
Haven't seen any improvement. Worried about the state of the government, gas prices, food, shipping, Afghanistan, the way they pulled out of there.
Foreign policy, energy. So these are pretty good grades. Well, I'm just going to do one follow-up. We've had a lot of people bring up the border. How the border, we're setting record high illegal crossings. A lot of people feel that that, the border was kind of neglected when it comes to what's going on down there. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a fair criticism or no?
Yeah, I think that we could have done a lot better job as a country managing our border. And I'm not going to blame it on one specific person like Biden, or for that matter Trump, or for that matter Obama. I think we should all look at this in retrospect and say, hey, what could we have done a better job to get these people where they need to be?
Why do you think C+? That means you do like some things. What do you like? Is there anything that he said that you think he's done a good job on?
By the Republicans, so half of his problems are the Republican Party, not anything he inherited.
Well, for energy, he put a pause to new fracking on leased land. Yeah. The Alaska project has been basically permanently suspended.
Right.
So isn't that him?
Yeah.
Why do you say B? Because B is quite a good grade.
I like his approach for the Ukraine situation, that he's not approaching them in a war.
What have the Republicans stopped, though, in your opinion?
Anything he wants to do. I mean, that's just politics in general.
Inflation? What do you think about the inflation problem that we have? Highest in 4 decades?
That's just government in general, I mean, it's just runaway politics. it's just the whole political atmosphere in Washington that I'm opposed to. I mean, I just get along and do something right for us,
For sure.
you know, and that's not happening.
Say the
For example,
economy. What do you think?
the economy is not that bad so far. I think so, but
We have 4-decade high inflation right now. It's over 7% inflation. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to get better. If we're not going to get involved in a war, it will get better.
Just to let you know, my answer, I would give like a D-, just because I've not been happy with a handful of things. So you can probably tell that.
Yeah.
But I am looking to talk to people that disagree. But for you just believe maybe it's just politicians in general across the board that you are displeased with.
Exactly, yeah. When's the last time they did anything good for us?
This is not his only problem. If it's been for decades, so you cannot blame him for it now because he inherited this stuff.
Well, not necessarily true, right? I mean, when it comes to inflation, that was increased by spending bills, that was increased by continuing lockdowns, that was increased by
But don't forget that
all sorts of things.
The COVID affected everything too.
But were Republicans advocating for lockdowns? Is that more of a Democrat thing?
I can't comment on this part. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, though, I mean, there's things he could be doing with the southern border, right? We're setting records of illegals crossing the southern border. There's things he can be doing there, but he's not. I wouldn't say that's a Republican problem. I think Republicans want to do something there. In fact, Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, is trying to do stuff there.
Well, then get together and let's make it happen instead of at each other, because that's all they do, you know.
I do want to ask you one question about the Ukraine thing, right?
Okay.
Biden said repeatedly that if he became president, Putin would not be messing around. Putin would be fearing him. Well, he becomes president, and Putin invades Ukraine. You know, didn't invade Ukraine under Trump, and actually they took Crimea under Obama. So they skipped Trump. What's going on there?
I think they underestimated him, and this is the problem. Not only Biden, it's the whole Europe. And
Underestimated
Putin on what he's going to do. And I think they did not expect that he's going to invade.
Do you guys want Biden to run again in 2024?
Well, sure.
I would want to be open to somebody else. I think if there was another candidate that was a little more, if Trump, it was again the same thing, Trump and him, Biden.
Okay. And then I'm assuming you don't want Biden to run again in 2024.
No, pack your bags, bro.
I just want someone who's going to come in and run the country for both all people in the country, everybody in the country, not just a Republican point of view or a radical left point of view, but someone who's doing the right thing for the right reasons.
I would assume you do not want Biden to run again in 2024. What do you think?
Well, I think we're screwed no matter what.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. Now, we got a lot of different responses from people. Let me know what you guys thought about people's letter grades that they gave Joe Biden in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos. It helps more than you think. And hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. We'll see you guys next time. How does Cash think Biden's doing so far? That's not a good review. No.